Hello Internet! This is Teresa McElroy, your wife host of Schmanners. Many of you may know that it is the Max Fun Drive for the next couple weeks, and I really appreciate everyone who's donated, everyone who's thinking of donating. So people have been asking me on the Twitter feed and also on my Instagram if I could do any tutorials for you. So here's my first tutorial. I am going to curl my hair for you in a retro-ish setting pattern. I don't have a retro cut. I have a bob, an A-line bob, that's a little shorter in the back and one side and a little longer on the other side. But even without a retro haircut, you can still do a retro set. So let me start off with what I'm using today. A 3/4 inch Conair curling tong. Here is my heat protected spray, which is important to use if you're using heat. I'll be using these pin curl clips to kind of hold them in place while they cool. So here is the setting pattern I'm going to use. I am going to take a kind of mohawk down the front. Let me look in the mirror instead of the camera here real quick. Okay. And clip off the other sides. This is a larger clip, sometimes called a wave clip. And I'm gonna section this bad boy off. So here I have a kind of strip that's right about eye to eye, like a mohawk, and I'm gonna curl those first. So I will take a small section of hair here. I think it's about, probably about a 1/2 inch section, because my section on top is kind of wide, so a smaller section to curl. Spray with my heat protector. And then here comes the tricky part about curling iron. When you're curling with for a vintage style, you want to start closer to the root so that the whole thing gets curled. Do you see how I've curled it over and left the tail? Now I'm going to slide it and curl some more. Slide and curl. Because this is going to help distribute the heat to the scalp, the top of the head, instead of just with the ends. So I think this is the last one. I'll slide and curl. I'm curling this mohawk section back away from my face. Not only does this help create that kind of S wave that I'm going to be looking for, it also helps with, stay curling iron. It also helps with volume. So I've slid it off the end, and I'm going to take my little clip and just clip it together so it stays curly. Okay, let's go again. And you keep showing. See, so if you started at the ends of your hair, they're going to get a long time in the heat if you want to curl all the way up to your head there. So when you start at the beginning of the hair, then I feel like it gets a lot better heat distribution that way. See? So we've got 2 done. I think I'll finish this mohawk row with the camera off. I'll be back. Hello, I'm back. As you can see, I finished this top section, the side section, and one of the sections here in the back. I left out this side and some of the back to show you all how I do it, but it's a good thing that I stopped when I did because the camera battery was dying. So charge that up while I finished these, and I'll show you how I do the back and the sides. Again, it is still curling under, and what I've done, so the side sections are from just behind the ear up to the top section here. This is the same size of section you'll take for victory rolls, by the way. So what I do is I start right at my temple where there's going to be a kind of triangle of hair in front section that doesn't really fit into anything else, right? This front section here. And then just like on this side, I'm going to divide it into 3 and curl under. Go. And every once in a while I'll get maybe a messy end, but this cooling technique actually helps keep the ends rolled in, so they'll get a little extra help anyway. So this last bit here, I can't really do a completely parallel curl because it will look really weird, so I'm gonna just tilt it ever so slightly towards my face, which again is a very much vintage set feel. It's the hair curling toward the face, as opposed to like the 70s where things were flipped away, you know what I mean? Got a lot of curls going on this time. Hope I don't run out of clips. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the back here. What this is I've sectioned my hair just in 2 sections, okay? I'm going to do the same thing I've done on the sides. I've got 1, 2, 3 here, and then 1, 2 in kind of this corner section behind my ear. I like to think of my head as kind of like a ball, right? Section, 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 and then the kind of weird ones in the corner bits. So here's going for the back. I'm going to start right there with my first section, same as over here, right? And I divide at the kind of corner, you see what I mean? So here's the back, and here's the corner behind my ear. See? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the corner first and clip this section just forward out of the way, see? What is going to happen when I take my hair down is that it is going to look quite Shirley Temple-y, very, very ringlet-y. And so that is probably going to be part 2 of tutorial. See, there it is. I clipped it. Ooh, missed a little bit. Clipped it there, not quite to my head. So I'm going to get this one. That's probably going to be a part 2 because this is turning out to be quite a long video. So again, as I take it all the way across here, I have a kind of corner right here. Oh, can you see? A kind of corner here from, you know, my head being round and stuff. So I'm going to divide that in 2. Well, that's a terrible division. Let's try that again. That's better. So I divide that in two because this is going to be pretty much straight down underneath the other one, and this is the corner bit. I'm really trying to do it so you can see in the mirror in the back, but I can still see my mirror behind the camera here. So here, whoop, there it is. Okay. I just said whoop, there it is. I did used to do this with a wand, but I got burned a lot. I mean, I used the glove for sure, but this cool tip is very helpful for me. Now, this last section down here, it's pretty short, so it isn't gonna really like spiral curl. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take it as one big section and curl it as close to my head as I can, because especially that business down there on my neck, it's not gonna do much. And I'm probably not even gonna really mess with it as far as like the brush out goes, again, because it's not really gonna do much. So I'm gonna put that curling iron just as close as I dare to get those little bitty things in. All right, so I'm gonna pin that and gonna take a little break here and let the curls cool completely cool. See you in a bit.